strengthen you with that come on through. What? Strengthen you with that push through. Let's go. Strengthen you with that come on through. Strengthen you with that push through. Let's go. Strengthen you. Strengthen you. Come through. We strengthen you. You got it. Push it through. Push it through with that strengthen you. What it do, what it do, what it do. Hey, all my boos, happy Wednesday. We right at that hump, climbing that young you dig, about to come down on the other side, cause we winning. I got a good show for y'all, but I always got a good show. You know, I bring the flavor, I bring the energy, I bring the joy, I bring the woo-woo, I bring the what it do, I bring the strength in you. I bring what I bring, how I bring it, cause it's me who bring it. So, you know, I got so much to talk about. It's been so much stuff going on in general that like I can't keep up with life. Besides my own personal life, the world itself got so much in it. And I guess that part ain't nothing new. It's always stuff going on in the world. That's why we live in here. It's meant for us to go through and grow through. You know what I'm saying? So we're growing through all the struggles of life. But I got my word, of course, and I'm gonna hit you with some awareness. History gonna look a little different today, just a teensy. And then, of course, we got the work it out. And then the topic of the day, and the topic that we're talking about today is, hey, we teach them how to treat us. That applies on so many levels right now. I'm gonna mainly be speaking on that from the handicapable life, but as a person of color, because I'm in many communities. I'm a woman. I'm of color. I have a different ability. Like I got locks. I'm just of all kind of communities, and it's just important that we talk about little things here and there because awareness is important. And when you know better, you do better. So that's why we do all the stuff that we do, and we talk the way we talk. Let's do it. The word of the day: don't wait, educate. The word of the day: don't wait, educate. Yes. Okay. You know, I got to come with a word every week. We got to come with a word. So let's see what this word is today. Mm, I'm not really sure how we say that, but we're going to learn together. That's why we do it. We do how we do it. So let's get it in. All right. Let's find out about this word. Learn together. See, I didn't make this word up. Today is July 31st. You made it a new day. It's opportunity to try it again.
Tutelary.
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 Tutelary. Say it with me, y'all.
Tutelary.
Tutelary. It is serving as a protector, a guardian or patron, related to protection or a guardian. Here go our example sentences. The state police provided tutelary services to the former governor. Adam Unt was a tutelary presence in his childhood. The guards are tutelary figures at the historic castle, even though no royalty lives there. Yeah, lives there today. Okay. Hit me in the comments with your tutelary, because mine gonna kind of go to the stuff that's going on right now. Tutelary. Grayson was not a tutelary for Sonia Massey. Let's just be clear. Let's see. Let me do another one. I am also tutelary for other stroke survivors because I'm who I am. So yeah, put them in the comments, y'all. Hit me with your tutelary. Okay, let's see. Now one more sentence for tutelary. Teachers are awesome tutelaries to students when they're in school. That's my tutelary. I'm gonna leave that word right there for a little bit, and here we go. Here go the next segment. Let's raise awareness. You see why? Because prevention is key. Boom. Because of course, when you know better, you can do better. And I'm gonna always raise awareness. That's why I do what I do. Like my stroke happened at 31, and had somebody made me more aware, other than my sister who actually tried to tell me, but I was a hardhead. But most of us don't know the stuff that we don't know until it comes up and we realize we need to know it, right? So that's why I raise awareness. It's really important. So if you're diabetic, right, you see that word, the acronym TRACK, that's mainly for you to lower your risk of diabetes. Keep track, guys. That is take your medication, regularly exercise, add more activity to your daily life, control your ABCs. Your ABCs is your A1C, your blood pressure, and your cholesterol. And then the K is to kick the habit. If you are a smoker, and I'm not talking about weed, do what you do, but if you smoking cigarettes and nicotine, try to fall back on that because it don't help your capillaries. It keep them closed up and it don't benefit your life. So try to fall back if you can. Now, be faster is our next acronym I'm going to talk about because, again, when you know better, you do better. Mine happened at 31. People think that stroke happened to old people, and that's not facts. I've been meeting more and more people who are even younger than I was when I had my stroke because a lot of people, number one, don't recognize the signs, which is to be faster, but also because we're young and we think we're invincible. And most of us just don't know, and our ignorance keep us sick. So let's try to not be so ignorant to life and try to do more, right? So be faster. B is balance. You notice somebody just randomly they off balance, they ain't drank nothing, they ain't did nothing, they just off balance. E, the eyes, they can't focus on you. The eyes are all over the place or they're just staring at you. F is face. Sometimes it starts to droop. A, arm. The arm gets all crazy, it just kind of hang out and it has no control. S is speech. T is time. And E is the emergency, and R is the room. So balance, eyes, face, arms, speech, time for the emergency room. It's not a joke. It's not a game. I wouldn't wish this on my enemy. So if you can prevent it, pay attention. Okay. Okay. Then 988. Our last bit of awareness for right now. That is the suicide hotline. Remember, you don't have to call the suicide hotline and be like, oh, I'm struggling, I'm sad, and blah, blah, blah. You ain't got to do none of that. Everybody not there. Everybody don't want to do that, and you don't want to be seen that way. So that's cool. Text them. Text that same 988 and talk to the people because we don't want you on the ledge. We want you to always to fall back from that because you are positive, you are awesome, you are necessary, you're needed. So we don't want you to have any thoughts of harming yourself in no way. So 988 is key. Oh, and I don't even know why I took off my glasses like I could see. Okay. So as I said, the whole reason why you're going to get these different segments and things going on is because I want you to live longer. And when you know better, you do better. And always, it's the journey you want to learn from. Just keep going forward in anything that you do. Remember that. It's always about the journey, right? Let's keep it moving. Now, remember, I told you history going to look a little bit different today. Usually I had these cards and I'm showing you old history, but history has a way of repeating itself when we don't do things to break cycles and they just come right back around. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about. Just a teensy, not too long, because I don't do negativity for too long. We ain't got time for that. So let's get it. What's your history? Because mine's a mystery. Let's uncover it and try to see. So with mine ain't no history in this case. Like in this case, history is literally repeat itself over and over and over again. And it's steady more and more people who look like me. And it is so heartbreaking and it hurts my feelings. And I'm so sad. So even with that part being said, in honor of her, I just wanted to have my background. Oh, you can't really see my background. Let me see how I could fix that. I don't know how I could fix that. But anyway, I'm going to see what I can work out. You can't. Not when there's one person on the thing. So this is how I'm going to work it out.
She says, like, oh, I agree with her. And she comes off like this super intellectual person. But then there's times where I go, are you fucking bipolar? What are you? Do you have two different brains? I don't know. Because the things that you say about African Americans are so derogatory and so disgusting to me that I'm like, I've had it, man. You know, you're the same person that asked the NAACP to come protect you after people were being racist to you. And then all of a sudden, everything that comes out your mouth about Black people is always denigrated. You critique us like Black folks are just the dumbest people in the world and you're the smartest person. You come off like this pseudo intellectual. You run your mouth constantly speaking over people, thinking that you're just so much more intellectual than people. I think that the Black community, we really need to put our foots down. I'm getting tired of these handkerchief head ass Negroes talking shit about Black folks. We need to stop all that. We need to start to protect our culture like all other cultures do. You said that the Sonia Massey situation was not about race. Well, what the fuck was it about? A Black woman that calls 911 for help and she ends up getting massacred. When they came into the house, they were already disrespectful to her, talking down to her like she was nothing. See, most of the time, people do not see African Americans as human beings. That is why people have the nerve to talk to us different ways, whether it's in grocery stores, whether it's in department stores, whether it's going into a cab or whatever, because they already do not see us as human beings. And you know, another thing too is when Candace Owens got fired off of her network, that podcast network she was doing, all of a sudden she went to all the Black media. She was on the Joe Budden podcast, which I was hoping Joe would drill her ass, but that didn't happen. Then she's on the Breakfast Club, and she figured, oh, let me sing the Fresh Prince. That'll get me back in. Get a little tired of that shit. You might as well sing Good Times too, and the Jeffersons. These B-Wicks, man, we got to get rid of these B-Wicks, man. BWIC, Black when it's convenient. Yeah, I said it, Black when it's convenient. Hey, I'm not perfect at what I say. You know what I'm saying? I try my best to protect the culture, my best in a really good and sensible way. I'm not always perfect, but I'll be damned if I be a B-Wick, be Black when it's convenient. I'm tired of that kind of shit too, huh? Got something to get off my chest. Did you see the video of Candace
And it's real in the field. We are truly all we got. And ain't nothing gonna change unless we change it. We just gotta figure out how to do it the right way so we don't end up dead too. I don't know. But that's definitely my history moment for today. Don't forget Sonia Massey, 36 years old, Springfield, Illinois. She called the police for help at home. And they saw some water. And she was a black lady. And they thought, she gonna throw this water on me. You must have been disrespectful because people don't just do stuff just to do it. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. Let's keep it pushing because I done already told you we weren't gonna do too much sadness. But I'm definitely gonna keep talking about it. Not this episode, but probably every episode. But let's get in tune because it's that time. Push through with that strength in you. Get up, what? Get moving. Get up, what? Get moving. Get up, what? Get moving. Okay, so you know what time it is. That means we about to hit some squats. We about to do some arm stuff. Only podcast in the world where you're going to get some real live action. And I'm going to say, let's work out because we holding each other accountable for our next plateau in life. Again, we all we got. And if we start working together to get things done, we'll be so much further. So here I am saying, let's do this thing together because we all we got. So we're going to loosen up our bodies. Take your hand and stretch that arm up however you get it. You do whatever you do the way you do it. The whole point is to get it done and don't quit and push through with that strength in you. Everything is worth it, right? So we about to do this thing. Now, everybody ain't going to stay. Everybody ain't going to make it. But again, there's a purpose for all this. So stretch your arm out however you do it. However you do it. Because I have to do stuff in weird ways. Like this arm, I just do like that. But again, push through with that strength in you, baby. This is the hottest podcast in the world just because it's so different. So if you listening in, I'm advising you to go ahead and plug in on YouTube and actually see what's going on. I got stuff in my bra. But plug in on YouTube so you can see what's actually going on and be a part of this action. But okay, here we go. We're going to start with some side crunches. Keep your core tight because you need your core for everything. And we're going side to side for 2 sets of 15. Okay? That's what we're doing. Now, again, if you can't do it, you follow what your body allows you to do. My finger is cussing all of us out, but it's all good. Let's go, baby. Keep that core tight, side to side. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. Be intentional. 10. Yep. 9. Keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5. Let's go. 4. 3. Push through. 2 and 1. Shake them out. One more set. And again, this ain't no whole workout podcast, but segments are beautiful, and we're going to get to talk about that topic because we're the ones who teach people how to treat us. When you're sitting around wallowing in your space, they're going to treat you as such. We're going to get to that in a minute. Okay, here go your next set of 15. I'm squatting a little bit. Keep them legs burning. Keep your core tight. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, go. 8, keep going. 7, push through. 6, what? 5, 4, almost there. 3, 2, what? And 1. Good job. Good job, good job, good job. Now, here we go. Since we're doing stuff up here right now, you're going to do some standing crunches. You're going to go keep it tight. And you literally going just like that, 2 sets of 15. Okay? Don't quit on me now. Take as long as you need to take. But I only got an hour. So I only got a few minutes. Okay. Let me see something. Actually, let me try to put my hand behind my head. I don't think it's going to work out too well. This is good right here. Okay. 1, 2. Nope. That don't even feel right. I can't feel me tightening this because I'm focused on that. It happens that way sometimes. So we're going to try this again. 2 sets of 15 standing crunches. Let's go. Heart health is important. I want you to live longer, and that's why we do this. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep it quick. 8, 9. Keep your stomach tight. 10, 11. Come on. 12. Keep going. 13, 14, and 15. Whew. Man, I got y'all being healthy. We healthy. We healthy. Okay. 15. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It looked like I was trying to. I'm gonna leave that alone. But if you know, you know. Okay. So now you're gonna do some scapular press. That means you're gonna try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. 2 sets of 15. Okay. Here we go. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, yeah, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Yeah, crack that neck up like I just did. Okay, we're gonna do another 15. We got this. Always pushing through with that strength in you to come on through with what it do, bars. No. Okay, here we go. 15. Let's go. 15, 14, 13, 12. Loosen it up. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. You did it. Now, we're doing pretty good with this time. Now I'm about to hit y'all real quick. We're about to hit these 2 sets of 15 with the squats. If you can't squat, you do your sit to stands. Okay? Just do again what you can do the way you do it. Don't quit on yourself. Never give in to giving up. Always push through. And come on and come through. Got that strength in you? Let's go. Okay. Tip. Whichever side is your affected side, keep that leg a little further back and keep the other leg a little forward so you can force weight through your affected leg. So if you hear me on the radio. Put your good leg forward and keep the other leg up under you. Let's go, baby. 15, back straight. 14, control. 13, you got this. 12, you worked it. 11, don't give up. 10, push it through. 9, you strong. 8, strengthen you. 7, keep it going. 6, you almost there. 5, just breathe. 4, don't stop. 3, ooh-wee. 2, 1 more, and 1. Good job. Now, I'm real sore because I actually had PT today too. But no, guys, this is important. So please, please, please do this with me if you can. If you can't, do what you can do. Just, again, never give in to giving up on yourself. Everything that we do has a purpose for your life. Whether it's physically, whether it's mentally, whether it's emotionally, whether it's spiritually. Every part, every segment of this podcast is a benefit for you. I'm not just doing this because I want you to watch me do this. I'm doing this because I want you to live. So if you can join me, please do so. Here's our last set of 15. Hit them squats, hit them sit to stands, hit whatever it is that you can hit the way you hit it. But don't quit on yourself. because everybody else already did that for you. So there's no need for you to quit on yourself, okay? Remember, put your good leg forward and let that other one stay up under you, and let's drop them. Drop these squats, pick your booty up, get your heart strong, get your emotions and your mind right. We're doing so many things with getting these workouts on. So let's go and get it. 15, keep your back straight. 14, let's go. 13, I know this ain't normal. 12, ain't nothing about me normal. 11, let's go, man. 10, don't stop. 9, take your time. 8, always rewind. 7, do what you do. 6, push it through. 5, you almost there. 4, don't stop. 3, keep going. 2, just one more, and 1. Amazing. Whew, I'm gonna walk that out. Okay. Now for the very last thing, just gonna stretch out. We done. We're gonna just stretch out a little bit. You stretch however you stretch on a regular basis. Because again, like I said, whether it's physical with this segment, whether it's mental with history, whether it's emotional with awareness, whether it's spiritual with motivation, no matter what it is, everything about strengthening you is literally all about strengthening you. I want you here as long as you can be here. I don't want to just talk to you just to be talking. I want you to live your life. I don't want you to exist. I want you to live because you deserve to. So, okay, let's get in tune, baby. The topic of the day is on the way. Don't hesitate to listen. Listen to the topic. Topic of the day. Yeah. The topic of the day is on its way. All of my things make me laugh because I remember when I was recording all of the topic on the day is on. I was saying that hard. Don't hesitate to listen. Okay, remember, everything we do have to be fun in this life. But remember, the topic of the day today, we teach them how to treat us. That's the topic of the day today. So I'm a little fatigued. But anywho, okay. As I was saying, we teach people how to treat us. That goes on so many levels. Women teach people how to treat them as women by how they act as women. We teach people how to treat us, and I'm saying us as in Black folks. We teach people how to treat us by how we treat one another. And as the handicapable community, we teach people how to treat us by how we act. So if you walking around, woe is me, I can't do this, I can't do that, I'm scared for this, and I'm scared people gonna treat you as such, and they're gonna tell you what you can and you cannot do. Because they feeding right into the energy that you're giving them. So it's really, really important as people that we start to really understand and get a real grasp on putting out the energy that we want to receive back. No matter who it is, where it comes from, you teach people what's acceptable in your life and what's not when you allow it to continue. Like, don't get me wrong, people can do things, they can happen once and then you can check it and then it's over. But if people do things and you check it and it finds its way back around and you don't do nothing about it, then you're telling them that that's an acceptable behavior and you're going to go on with it. It's what it is and you cool with it. So when you want better or you want different from people, it's what you're putting out there. It's important that you personally take accountability for the energy that you're delivering to the people who's giving back the energy that you're feeding them. Did that make sense? Okay, let me say that one more time. Okay, for the people in the back. It's the energy that you project to people that determines what you get back from people. Don't get me wrong. It's some natural born, excuse my French, assholes out here that's just going to do what they do just because they do it. But you still teach them because either you choose to stay around them or you dismiss yourself. You don't be around what's not conducive to your growth. You don't be around what makes you feel small. You don't be around what's negative. You don't be around what's not a benefit to you. because any relationship that you have is supposed to be a benefit to one another. It's not supposed to be one-sided. So even with all of this unfortunate racial stuff that's still going on, we teaching them how to treat us by how we treating each other. I think we're still one of the highest communities of people who hurt one another, who don't support each other, who don't look out, who always want a handout, who always find something negative about what's going on. But it's also us who keep inventing everything that's around us. So that's neither here nor there. My whole point is it's important for us to start moving different so people can start treating us different, especially for the disabled community, the handicapped community. You're only what you portray yourself to be. The world may see you as a handicap, but everybody who knows joy in real life, no, you better not never call me no handicap or call me disabled. I'm liable to smack the hell at you. Ain't no telling. But I probably won't because I'm grown and now I'm older, but still, I'm definitely going to snap because I'm not that. There's no diss about my ability and there's no cap on how handy I am. It's all up to me and my perception and what I can do. And that's why I put off that energy. And people forget to this day. They still be trying to hand me stuff on the left side because they forget my left hand don't work because of how I carry myself. And that's why even more as a Black woman, I try to carry myself in a positive light. I try to carry myself with, an aura of queendom. A whole queendom is around me when I carry myself and my energy comes into a room, because for the longest, we've been seen as the angry Black girls or like disabled. But again, I'm not disabled. I'm very handy capable and my ability just looks different than yours. And I'm not the angry Black lady. I am the positive, fun-loving. Like, I'm changing the narrative. So it's up to you to personally change your own narrative, because the world is only going to see you how you see yourself. If you're presenting yourself as a woe is me kind of case, that's what you're going to be. Because I remember when I first had my stroke and like my cognitive skills were so off, and I was like, look off in the distance because I couldn't really focus on people like that yet. And people would see me and they'll be like, you okay? And I'll be like, I had a stroke. And they'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. And then the first thing I'm like, don't be sorry for me. I immediately check that because I don't want you to be sorry for me. Ain't nothing sorry about me. You see me walking, you see me talking, you see me moving. It don't look like yours look, and it don't look like it used to look. But again, it's me doing what I do the way I do it. So I don't need you to throw a pity party for me. I throw my own pity party for 2 minutes in the shower and let that wash off and go down the drain with everything else. But for the rest of the world, I don't give them that perception. Because again, I'm teaching people how to treat me. And you're going to treat me. The only time people get to treat me, don't judge. I don't care if you do. But that's the only time people get to treat me that way, is at the airport. And really at the airport. My parking too, really, but I'm not really tripping on that because I can walk further. But the whole point is you have to believe in you more and carry yourself different, because you are teaching. You are the main person that's teaching the people. You teaching the world how to handle you. Yeah, they should handle you with care. But what kind of care? With a wooden spoon, with a glass spoon? How far should it feed you from? You know what I'm saying? That's all up to your determination and how you carrying yourself. So I can't stress it enough that self-advocacy is at the foundation of teaching people how to treat you. Like, because I'm who I am and I park wherever, people don't really like reserve the handy capable parking for me because I'm a handy capable. But some days, okay, it's better than other days, and I need what I need. So I speak up. That's my whole point. You teaching people by speaking up and speaking out and saying what the need is. And at the same time, reminding yourself what the need is and how to treat yourself. Because if you broken in your mind to yourself, you broke to everybody else. If you ain't speaking nothing good into your world and all you can speak is what's wrong with you, everybody else see everything that's wrong with you. Have you ever actually looked at yourself and said, what's right with me? And then wrote a list of all the great things that you are to remind yourself when those hard days do come, because they will come. But you have to remind yourself of your greatness. Remind yourself of how to treat yourself, how to treat yourself with compassion, how to treat yourself with love, how to treat yourself with a little grace, a little mercy. It's all real life. And we don't speak on these things enough, but that's part of why our mental health has increased so drastically. Besides all the trauma that's happening in the world itself, it's how we treat ourselves that show up in the world. So now that energy comes right back. I don't know if you really thought about that, but it's legit the energy that you're putting out there that finds its way circled back from the surrounding people that come right back to you. And if you find yourself steady getting that same energy that's telling yourself you need to redirect your path, the people, the places, and the things that you've been doing have not been conducive to your growth. They've been hindering you. They've been slowing you down because you're so busy worrying about what they doing and what who else doing instead of worrying about how you treating yourself. How are you showing up in the mirror to yourself? How are you self-talking? That's a real thing. Do you speak highly of you? Or are you still woe is me? Or are you still I wish? Because I wish that leads to depression. Because you be so busy wishing instead of making it happen. It's so important that you legit teach yourself how to treat yourself by doing what's necessary for yourself. Whether that means you start taking walks and getting those endorphins flowing throughout your body, and now you learning how to self-talk and do self-affirmations and speak love and light into yourself. It's all a chain reaction of the things that we put into us and that we put around us and everything that we do. It all feeds how we feel about ourselves. You know when you don't feel good about yourself when you keep surrounding yourself with things that's not good for yourself. And if that's happening, again, redirect yourself because you come first. If you ain't treating you no good, you definitely ain't treating nobody else no better. You got to come before anybody. The energy that you give you is going to find you again. And you can't keep feeding yourself that killer energy, that energy that just is stealing everything about your joy. It's stealing everything about your happiness. It's stealing everything about your positivity and your goodness. Because all you can focus on is what's wrong with you instead of what's right with you. All of us got something wrong with us, and all of us got something that's right with us. But it's where do we focus? Where do we put that energy? What energy do we choose to hold on to and let it circle back? Put out what you want back. I don't know if you need music. I don't know if you need counseling. I know I get it every week. I don't know what it is that you need, but what I do know is you are responsible for treating people how to treat you. And if you want to stop looking like a victim and you want to stop being a burden, because people may not feel you're a burden, but in your own head, you know what you're capable of and you're not doing it. So if you want to stop all these feelings about yourself within yourself, you know what you got to do. You got to be uncomfortable with trying to find comfort because it's going to take most times, not every time, but most times it takes you to be broken all the way down before you can actually build back up because the foundation was too weak in the first place. So now you're creating a new foundation that's a lot more solid. You solidified something. Now you can really put some things on top of it and keep building on it. So if you've been tearing yourself all the way down, that's all okay, because it ain't too late. The best part of being down is ain't nowhere else to go but up. But it takes you to treat yourself better. That's where it starts. They gonna treat you just how you treat you. It shows up in your confidence when you speak. It shows up and when you walking with your head held high. Because when you're walking with your head held down, you can't even see what's in front of you. And you keep looking at your feet. That don't radiate confidence. That radiates fear. So I encourage you to practice with your shoulders back. Even if you're just sitting in a chair and you starting there, put your shoulders back and keep your head up and get some confidence. And then start speaking the things that's right within you and right around you and right with the relationships that you have. Because every relationship gonna have its ups and downs, so none of them gonna be perfect. But which ones are worth keeping and which ones are not? That's the part that you need to figure out. Because again, if it's not feeding you beneficial energy, you probably need to rid it. It is actually helping to tear you down more. And sometimes life gonna show up and it's gonna be like, hey, it's gonna come through unexpected and hit you with a curveball that you weren't ready for. But to be honest, it's a curveball. Nobody's ready for it. You just swing as hard as you can. And you hope that when you hit it, it goes so far that it's out the park. But even if you hit it and somebody else catch it, they're going to throw it back. So you want to make sure that's the right energy that you want. You don't want that boomerang to come back and then smack you in the face and it hurt on a whole different level. You want that good energy to come right back at you. And that's why you got to keep putting it out there. And like I said, everybody ain't going to always feed you the same energy, but you can guarantee the energy that you put out, they're going to come back around. And the ones that didn't feed you that energy, you're going to dismiss with no fucks to give. It's just what it is. So I'm going to keep telling you, it's you that teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself. If you ain't good to you, they ain't going to be good to you. It makes all the sense in the world. Don't expect none from people that you can't get to yourself. If you can't give yourself time to grow, if you can't give yourself enough to where you can put some change in there and not be just over there talking about who you are instead of who you're trying to be, because the only thing that's constant is change. So you got to be willing to constantly change with the times in order to make sure you're treating yourself the proper way to be able to put it out into the world and they know what to give back to you. Or else that same negative energy or whatever negative energy you putting out there gonna find its way back and you're gonna find your unhappiness right there. But I don't want that for you. And that's why these little random little topics be the way they are, because I see a lot of people not treating themselves good. All you can speak is everything that's negative about you, everything that's wrong with you, but you can't see the light that's in you. You can't see the greatness that's in you. So the people around you can't see it either. They just too busy tearing you down some more. And it's like, dude, you're doing it enough for yourself by yourself. You don't want the people around you doing it too. So start to treat yourself better so that the energy that comes back to you will be better. It's just a necessary force. Hey, Tasha Boo. Amen. You got to treat yourself better. You got to treat yourself with compassion, with grace, with love, with understanding. That don't mean you won't be mad at some of your choices, but you got to remember that you're human and some choices you ain't going to always like. But that's the bed you made, so you're going to line it and you're going to deal with it because that's accountability. But that's a part of your growth because you learn what you like and what you don't like. It's as simple as that. So treat yourself good. Be merciful. Be gracious. Know that it's going to be like this some days. Some days it's going to be on this roller coaster and you're going to be so good about yourself and you're just going to feel great. And then Something gonna happen that's gonna remind you. Maybe your kid's gonna cuss you out or something. Then you're gonna start feeling like a bad person and a bad mom and a bad this and a bad that. And it's like, that ain't it. That ain't what it is. This is just a part of their growth and a part of the trial and the test. None of us live in this world without a test. So it's just how you deal with the test. Yes, sis. I'm just feeling sad. I just happened to log on and saw this. Oh, yes, honey bun. That's because he sent you my way. Because he wants you to treat yourself better. Be gracious. Be merciful. Know that you are a person. And people fall short at every turn. We are not perfect, but we are perfectly imperfect the way we are intended to be. So we can learn from every part of us. So be as kind as you can be to yourself so that the energy that comes back to you, it refuels you, it reignites your flame and your fire to know, oh, this was a necessary pain. You ever heard of the term growing pains? I know it was a TV show back in the day, but no, it's a real thing even now. I know boys go through it because I got 2 boys and they both experienced growing pains when they were getting taller and wider because their ribs would expand. Stuff was going on. So I know mentally and emotionally, we all go through growing pains. So some of those tears that's actually cleansing you is strengthening you. So don't be afraid to have no tears about yourself. Don't cry about no old self. Don't cry about none of that. It's just a part of your strengthening phase. Because by the time you get old, that's when them old people reach that age where they just don't care no more. They done passed their growing pains. They done cried about things. They done prayed about things, and now they over certain things. And that's what we going through. For those of us who are in our 30s and 40s, and some of us in the 50s, maybe even in the 20s, I don't know. But I know a lot of us are going through growing pains because, number one, it's part of the journey. It's building the strength in you to be able to handle what's going to come at you later. And it's also because we don't treat ourselves good. And when I say even just treating yourself good, I mean even with the foods you consume. Treat yourself a little bit better. Add some more vegetables to your diet. Add a little bit more water. You'll notice how you start to feel better when you ain't just consuming a lot of sugar. I'm telling you, it's real life out here. It ain't no joke. But legit, you have to be intentional about the thoughts in your head, about what you keep in your head, what you give away to God, what you dwell on, what you talk about. Everything, the older you get, needs to be with an intent. It shouldn't just be you doing. I'm still working on that with some things because, again, we humans and we fall short. But I'm kind to myself just knowing that at least I'm trying. And that's better than half the people in the world. Everybody's so busy pointing fingers that they ain't trying to do nothing for themselves. So the fact that I'm trying to do that is good. So I'm going to commend you and tell you to pat yourself on the back. If you're trying, you're doing your best. Everybody ain't doing that. I'm not going to tell you to quit doing your best, but what I will tell you, sometimes you got to do a little bit more. You got to work a little bit harder. You got to push a little deeper. It's just what it is, baby. You got to get real uncomfortable trying to find comfort. That's the only way you're going to find it. You don't really know what's for you until you know what's not for you. So it's important that you take your time, you be patient with yourself, and you treat yourself better so that you can teach people how to treat you. You teach them by how you treat yourself and how you treat others. And if they see you not only not being kind to yourself, but not being good to your family, they know that your heart ain't the best. So they're going to treat you accordingly. It's just what it is. I've noticed stuff where people be like, no, don't go to them. They ain't gonna look out for you. But then when I go, because of the way I talk to people with respect and with that Southern hospitality, I get different things than other people get. So it is my reminder to you, like I said, you teach people how to treat you by how you treat yourself and how you treat others. Keep being intentional with building yourself. Be intentional with being your best self. Be intentional with being open enough to see not only your flaws, but your strengths, because we all possess them. Remember, the world is already out here pointing at your flaws. So you don't necessarily have to remember your flaws. The world gonna remind you enough, but not enough of them reminding you of the strengths and the lights and the positivities that's in you. So that's where you need to focus. Whether you need to write it down, whether you need to say it on a voice memo so you can keep reminding yourself of the great person you are and the great things you've done. Everything you do won't be perfect. Everything you do won't be great. Hell, everything you do won't be good. But if you're trying your best, you're going to win at every turn. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of time, patience, and patience. It's going to come. But won't nobody treat us no different than we treat ourselves. And I'm saying all that to say, too, self-advocacy is a real thing. I know I've been out here talking about accessibility buttons and automatic doors and all that. It's still needed. It's still necessary. We still need to speak up. We still need to speak out. We still need more than just me out here talking to these local stores trying to get buttons in. You got to go into your community as well, because each one reach one, teach one. And all of us are not able to get outside and fight for us. Some of us really are disabled, and that's okay. But that don't change that you want to go to the store and shop for you some clothes at Ross. So Ross need an accessibility button, or not a button, because they have automatic door. They need the little cart so you can drive around, because everybody can't walk that good. So anywhere where you should be able to shop, there should be one of those little scooters in case you have a broke leg or whatever the case may be. Or in our case, you're a stroke survivor and you can't make it that far, but you definitely know you need some new clothes. So these are the kind of things we need to raise awareness about and self-advocate for, and get into our communities and speak up and speak out, because as Mama said, closed mouths don't get fed. And I wish we were more like the gay community, because they stood up and spoke out so much that now everywhere you look, they in it. I ain't jealous. I just wish we were more like them and learned from them of what real banding together and fighting for ourselves and getting what we need, because we ain't the only ones, but we all we got, because we all we got. Able-bodied people don't think of it. I know I didn't. I didn't think about this thing until I was in a position. And then I was like, well, even pregnant women who may be carrying triplets and all of these doors are heavy. So yes, we teaching these people how to treat us by the things we're accepting. We're accepting that there's no cart for us to drive around in. We're accepting that there are no buttons around in every place where there is a handicapped park, and there should be a button for us to get into the bathroom and into the building. We're accepting all of this because, again, we're not speaking up. That's what I'm talking about. Whether you write a letter, whether you memo it, I don't know how. I just know the more we do it and the more of us it is, the more they'll take us serious and may actually put some change, some actual real change into this world for us. And they'll think about everybody of a different ability, because that's everybody in the world. Okay, what part of the world you own or where you from, we all have a different ability, whether it's because of a physical thing, whether it's of a mental thing, whether it's of an emotional thing, even a spiritual thing. We literally all have a different ability, and it's so important that we teach people how to treat us, or else they're going to just treat us however they feel is necessary. But that ain't enough. Having parking but not having a way to get into the building, hey y'all, that's not enough. So we have to really do more. I got my petition going. Matter of fact, let me throw that thing up, because I really need people to sign this petition. Like, we need change to really come into effect. Like, these buttons are so necessary. Again, not for just people that's like me. It's for everybody. The little kid may want to go press the button real quick so his grandma can walk into the building. We don't know. I just know it's a necessary thing because I'm learning more and more that people don't leave their houses because they can't get into the building anyway. So they feel like, what's the point? So now what does that do? As I said, increase mental health. So at every turn, this is a necessary thing. And it's as simple as us starting to speak up, speak out, do little things like sign a petition, share the petition, pass it on, encourage your family, talk about it, and make it a real thing. Because again, self-advocacy is the best advocacy. Me saying what I say is me saying what I say. But you saying what you say to your people the way you say it is a whole different thing. So it's going to take so many more of us to do a speak up, speak out. I need more. I need this. I need that. Because it's up to us to keep teaching the world how to treat us. I don't care what community you fall into. Every community has taught the world how to treat them. So you need to treat you need to teach the world how to treat you. Are you resilient? Are you tenacious? Are you driven? Are you strong? Are you out there doing things that they thought you just couldn't do? Then you're not a handicap. You're very handicapable, and you show them of the things that you are capable of. You don't sit and wait on nobody to do anything for you. You do necessary things because it's necessary and you know what you need. So I'm going to keep saying, keep saying, it's up to you. It's up to me. It's up to us. We have to start little things that turn into monumental things. So I'm going to keep trying to raise the awareness and keep spreading the good news and keep giving the positivity and keep reminding you that self-affirmations is a foundation of life. One of the best tools in the world that reminds you that even though the world may put you down or get you down or make you feel excluded or any of that, it's all up to you. You teach everybody everything by your actions. So please, y'all, I can't beg you enough to help me with this stuff. Sign this petition, get the word out there, start treating yourself better. Advocate for yourself when you can. Help somebody else in need, not because you want something back or you want the recognition, just because it's the best thing to do. Love yourself more than anybody in this world ever could. Trust yourself. Trust the process. Do everything in your power to be your best version of yourself and teach the people while you're out there being the best version of yourself of how to treat you. Let me remind you while I'm talking about things, because I want you to treat yourself the best way that you can treat yourself, right? Here's a hotline that if you suffer with alcohol abuse of any kind, the SAM HSA drug and alcohol hotline, you can call that number. It's free. It's anonymous. It's no judgment. And remember, everything is all about you. I want you to live longer. I want you to be here more. So keep track. Take your medicine, regular exercise, add more activity, control your ABCs, your A1C, your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and kick the smoking habit. Also, 988 for the suicide hotline. You don't have to want to commit suicide to call that hotline. If you need help, just call that hotline. Also, be faster. So balance, eyes, face, speech, time for the emergency room, guys. These are all things to help. I love you. Be blessed by the best. Until next week, my honeys, holla back.
We hit you with that strength in you. We hit you with that strength in you. You get your motivation, you get your inspiration, you get the fuel to feed, hey, every nation. You came through, we strengthen you. You came through, we strengthen you. You got the fuel to do what you do, hey, do it true. We strengthen you.